hiatus mode, right? But I said I was going to record. I said I was going to record every day. As you know, that did not happen. But I've come to a few realizations that have helped me along my journey. If you've never read the 4 Agreements, I suggest you read it. It's very insightful. It's not a long book. There's also a 5th agreement as well, and that's a separate book. But I'm learning not to take things personal, because now I enter over and understand that people are dealing with their own issues, lifelong lessons that they're here to learn. I've been asking God, so I've been sitting in the same spot for 3 years, right? And you're talking about someone who never sat still, not even as a kid, right? I didn't even walk first, I ran. And so in this season, I will not lie and say it was not trying, but I understood God's message and I understood the mission that I was to sit still. Everything that led up to this was telling me to sit still. And throughout the journey, I thought I was sitting still. I was like, okay, so I'm not going to work this much. No, God was like, sit still. Okay, so I'm not going to do this. Okay, God was like, still, you're not sitting still. Even so much as not looking at videos or not researching or not being on my phone or not reading a book. When God says sit still, it is to sit still. I used to use meditation to calm down. That was my gateway, because I was still learning how to separate my energies from everybody else's, right? I was drinking water. And it was difficult. It was a difficult process because I had been feeling this way for so long, right? Since 25, 30. 25, I was telling people I was having a quarter-life crisis. Everybody thought I was being facetious. Everybody thought I was being funny or I was being dramatic. No, I was saying how I was feeling. And everybody around me just ignored it, played it to the left, minimized it. Everything I was saying I was going through, I was telling people, and I was telling them I'm confused, what is going on? Even when I first became anxious and I first started having anxiety attacks, I've never had an anxiety attack in my entire life. But the moment I hit 29, 30, anxiety started hitting. There's a reason for that. I'll get into that at another time. I'm actually going to delve into that a little deeper because I know that it will help a lot of people out there because they don't know what's going on. And so I was going to doctors. Even when I was feeling all types of pain and having bruises on my body that were unexplained, and because I smoke weed, I was like, okay, well maybe I hit my leg and didn't know it. You know how you do. And so but it happened too frequent. And so because all this stuff started happening once I hit past 25, once I hit 29, I never experienced it. I was playing tennis. I was doing all kinds of things. I was traveling the world. I was living my best life. But when I met this man and came in the vicinity of him, I didn't put 2 and 2 together because I wasn't in tune to myself, for one. I went on my intuition, but when you go against yourself, it's like they say, God allows you to have yourself. That means your intuition and everything is gone. And so I made a reprobate decision. I went against it. I went against myself. I went against my intuition. And it was because I was tired of what had been going on. That's a whole other story. Anywho, let's stay on task. And so I literally have a catalog of everything that went down under black magic. Mind you, throughout all this stuff, I'm just like, okay, my body's turning on me. Am I getting older? That's the case. But along comes spirituality and YouTube. And literally, the glass shattered, the rose-colored glasses fell off, and the devil made his appearance. Oh, y'all. Oh, y'all. Everything made sense, though. But it was a process for me to get there. It didn't come. Listen, 3 years. I remember coming home one day driving, and I'm listening to this video on YouTube, and they are describing everything I was feeling that was categorized as fibromyalgia. All the symptoms I've experienced with fibromyalgia, y'all. But it was not categorized as fibromyalgia in this video I was listening to. The title of the video was, I'm trying to think, it was like Body Changes. And this was like the very beginning of me becoming aware. I knew something was going on. I was already into crystals and tarot like that, but I wasn't active. I was like halfway. I wasn't even halfway, y'all. I was still in the fog. I was listening and watching, but it wasn't clicking. Nothing was clicking yet. And so I'm listening to this video, y'all, and I had to keep going back. Like, I felt like I was in a Twilight Zone, y'all. I felt like I was in an alternate universe. I felt like, how could these people, whoever this was, possibly know what I'm feeling? Like, they described all my symptoms to a T, y'all, but they did not say it was fibromyalgia. Mind you, I have been on all kinds. I'm not on any now, but when I was in Texas and I started going to the doctors because my back was hurt and I had to get injections, and y'all, I went to a slew of freaking doctors, and they all was treating me for one thing or another. Nothing was together. Then I finally found this doctor here in Atlanta when I moved back. There's a whole story in between there. So I was in Texas, and then I came back, and I picked it up, and I started watching YouTube, and this was before I found the video about Body Changes. That was the name of the title of the video. So I'm giving you a little rewind and then fast forward. Okay, so okay, recap. Was in Texas, discovered that I had fibromyalgia. That's what the doctors told me. And then I come back to Georgia 3 years later, and I found this doctor who is not in my insurance on paying out-of-pocket expenses. But instead of them treating just one symptom, it was homeopathic, literally. She was all about blood transfusions, vitamin B, taking minerals. Like, I was on like 10 different minerals, vitamins, whatever, supplements. Ashwagandha, I think I'm pronouncing that right, was one of them. So she helped me along the journey. But after I paid all that money to see her and to pay all these for this medicine, when I was introduced to YouTube, I started watching everything. Bumped into Dr. Sebi, thank you very much, which is the same thing I paid all that doctor for her to give me minerals, which I can get from the sea moss. Watch my video. So that began my journey. But in this Body Changes video, y'all, they didn't call it fibromyalgia. It was not fibromyalgia. They called it ascension symptoms. Ascension symptoms. And with my mind's eye, some doctors may be ignorant of it, but I came across in my book, I I have this astrology book. And back in the day, they used to treat people not just based on what they're telling them, but they used to treat people according to their astrological chart. Because your body is a temple, but your body is also a map. And I was floored, y'all. I was so floored. I spent all this money, y'all, all this money. I'm talking about from the time I was like 30 till I got fired from my job due to this illness. But it's not an illness, it's ascension. And so my discovery, and I'm going to go into more depth about this, but every video that I've put up is really just a prelude because I have such a wealth of information to add to every one of them. But this is just to get y'all started. Like, whatever you're feeling can be explained by God and can be explained by what's going on around us. And so as I'm studying astrology and learning about energy, and I can't wait to get my hands on these authors that have discussed energy. Who was it? Tesla is one of them that said the world is made up of energy, vibration, and I can't remember the third one, ions or something like that. But they're on my list. The devil been busy. The devil don't want me to have my funds because it want me to remain ignorant. But even in the midst of me not having any funds, my mind is still expanding. But if y'all are experiencing, or if you have been recently diagnosed, or if you have been feeling out of sorts, out of nowhere, I'm talking, y'all, from the time I was a kid, I've had my bouts with colds and ear infections like that. But since I was a kid, up until I was 25, I say 25 because it was a good time. But like up until I started experiencing things like, what's going on? Body aches. They named it fibromyalgia. And for those that don't know what fibromyalgia is a nerve. It's a nerve. Chronic illness is what they call it. It's when your body is saying that you're in pain when you're not in pain, or there's no rhyme or reason for you to be in pain. And basically your nervous system is out of whack. And along with that comes all these other symptoms: irritable bowel movement, GERDs. These are all the stuff they diagnosed me with. Fibromyalgia. They thought it was lupus, but it wasn't. Migraines, but I've had migraines since I was a kid, so that's one thing that has been constant. What else did I get diagnosed with? Especially the stomach area. Okay, if you're having problems with your stomach, you absolutely need to change your diet. If you're trying to tap in and ascend out of this 3D matrix, you're gonna have to change your diet. Sorry to tell you, you're gonna have to. I'm struggling with that too. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that. I don't know why I haven't said it before, because my mind has been running. You know, the one thing the devil do, and what the people that are manipulating energies in this place, I say this place, I'm not even talking about my home. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in this place, in this earth. In this earth. I said what I said. Is that they can manipulate your energy for you to be fearful. And if you are fearful, then your mind, your judgment, your intuition is all clouded. That means you can't make sound decisions because you're operating out of a lower frequency. there's charts on your frequency, and fear is like at the way bottom. And so I had stopped watching the news a long time ago. I get my news and I digest my news and ingest my news the way I see fit. Because when you watch the news, they show you about 5 different murders or gunshots or rapes or, all kinds of stuff. And they don't never show anything positive, They don't never show nothing positive. My battery's about to die too. But that's just something for you guys to chew on. This is just me and my hiatus. So every video that I post, I will put my hiatus thoughts. This is what I'm thinking about. So my phone is still crazy, y'all. I haven't been able to upload or do anything. I have a temporary phone, but it's not my phone. So I kind of don't feel comfortable putting my personal thoughts and opinions on it. So until I actually get a phone that is mine, that I can afford, then these are my hiatus videos. These are my hiatus videos. All right, my loves. I ain't forgot about y'all. I'm still here. I'm just not visible. I'm still here. I'm just not visible. I had breakouts. I was on a whole potato kick, y'all. I was eating fries out the wazoo. My skin shows it just a little bit. That's okay. And a lot of water and some smoothies and some salads won't cure. I'm an emotional eater. I'm learning how to curb that too, y'all. This is what I'm doing in my hiatus. I'm focusing on when I feel like I want to go eat something. Okay, if you're not hungry, why do you want to eat? Why do you want to eat? Food is comfort. It really is, especially in our culture. Matter of fact, on a lot of cultures, Italian culture, food is comfort for every culture, it seems like. That's where gatherings happen. That's where, family come to. Food is a gathering. Food equals gathering, but it's also comfort. And you can abuse food, as I have done. And so I'm learning not to. I sit up. I am learning not to, my loves. Stay strong. We got this. We got it. Yes, shoulda, coulda, woulda. But we not there in that space anymore. I'll post some more videos. So I'm about to I'm about to record some more. All right, my loves. I will talk to you guys later. Hope all is well. See, this is the best sunlight. Cheeks is popping. Smile is popping. Crystals is popping. So, what that mean? I'm popping. I'm just clowning. Feeling good and feeling great. I wish I could stay, but that's not our fate. I hope you are great, and it's not too late to say that I love you from here to infinity. Baby cakes. I was trying to find a word that rhymed. Okay. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later.